Hey y'all, JaemiO here, and today is Brew Review Day. So if this is your first time here, Brew Review Day is something I do every Thursday. First and third Thursdays are dedicated to craft beer reviews. Second and fourth Thursdays are dedicated to tea reviews. Before we get started, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and please also consider subscribing. While you're at it, go ahead and hit the bell notification button so that you can get updates of when I have new videos up. So let's get started. So tea reviews. So this being the first tea review, I feel like I should give a little disclaimer. Like I said, the craft beer reviews are pretty much dedicated to beers I've never tried before. But I drink a lot of tea, so there's not too many teas I haven't tried before. There's some brands that I haven't tried before, but overall, tea pretty much is about the same when you come to different blends. Now, of course, you have better qualities, but when it comes to tea, I'm more so going to be talking about the benefits of it. Once again, as I said before in a previous video, I am not a doctor, nor do I pretend to be one, so please, of course, consult with your physician before you try any of these things. Use caution, but just this is my experience, and I want to share this with you. So today's tea is actually peppermint tea. So I started drinking peppermint tea for some health reasons. I was having some pain, and I'd actually read that peppermint tea is actually a natural smooth muscle relaxer. Smooth muscles are actually more like your colon and things like that, but it also said that it's good for joint pain. So I said, well, maybe I'll try it. Maybe it'll help with what I'm feeling, and actually it did. It was great because I was also giving up caffeine at the time. I don't drink a lot of caffeine to begin with, but I really wanted to eliminate caffeine at the time, and so the peppermint was a great option. Lo and behold, it did work for aches and pains. I wouldn't say take this if you're in like a severe pain, but if you have, say, arthritis or constant or regular joint pain, I would definitely suggest this. It'll definitely, at least for me, it definitely, when I have the pain, will relieve it or at least get rid of some of it. So if I'm having like a lot of pain, it might not get rid of all of it, but it definitely makes things more manageable. And if I'm just having kind of moderate pain, it basically works to get rid of it. What was interesting to me was that I've often heard, especially older people, give you like a peppermint, like if you have an upset stomach or something of that nature. And that never worked for me. I don't like peppermint flavored things, and I don't know if that's why it didn't work for me. Because peppermint candy usually just made me more nauseous. But the peppermint tea actually really helps. I have a decent amount of digestive issues. I actually have IBS, and so if that's something you experience, like I'll have nausea at times, just upset stomach, crampy stomach. This actually relieves that. I haven't had nearly as much issue with that since I started drinking peppermint tea pretty regularly. By regular, I mean like once or twice a week. That's not, I don't think that's a crazy amount. But it really helps. So if that's something you experience, I definitely say go for it. If you have the flu, which actually I had, I don't know if it was the flu or a virus or what I had, but actually peppermint tea helped then too. So it helped with the achiness that I had going on. It also helped with the nausea, and it just made it more manageable. And it doesn't just have to be consumed. So like while people will use it in dishes, especially like roasted meats, especially like an athlete will use it like a topical pain reliever, so like achy joints or achy limbs or something, like say you're a runner or something of that nature. You can actually make a topical ointment with that. You would usually use peppermint oil for that, but of course that comes from peppermint leaf. You can also put it in soaps. I actually had a soap a few years back that I got from a farmer's market that basically was just, I think it was goat's milk and peppermint, and at the time I was running pretty frequently, and it really, really helped. So it just soothed my joints and my body so much better than just like taking a shower or something like that. Felt so much better. So other couple of things, if you're pregnant, you can definitely use of course, consult your doctor again, but you can definitely use peppermint tea to help with morning sickness or nausea in general. People say morning sickness, but it can happen all day long. But to help with nausea. If you're a person who gets motion sickness, same thing. You have some peppermint tea. Toothaches, you can use peppermint oil, put it on the affected area. And what's interesting about that is that it actually kind of works as an antiseptic as well. So like while it's not going to, say you have a cavity, while it's not going to get rid of the cavity, it will at least clear out some of the bacteria. So that's one of the reasons why you see peppermint in mouthwash, is because it's a natural antiseptic. So it'll get rid of some of that bacteria as well as soothe the area. So I thought that was pretty cool. So on to brewing. So I've said a lot there. Of course, if you have any questions, please leave them below. But so basically, peppermint tea, like most herbal teas, not all herbal teas, but most herbal teas, you should use about 2 grams of it. If you're using a loose leaf tea, if you're using a pre-made bag, obviously doesn't really matter, but that's about a tablespoon. And let it steep on a higher, you want your herbal teas, and of course the peppermint tea, to steep on a higher temperature. So about 208 to 212 is best. I actually prefer my teas at a little bit lower temperature, but there's some where I will adjust. Peppermint tea is one of them. And probably steep for about 4 to 6 minutes. I wouldn't go more than 8. A lot of people think that if they want a stronger tea, they should let it steep longer, and actually you should just use more tea. Now, with that said, one of the things I love about loose leaf tea, or making your own tea bags from loose leaf tea, is that you get more steeps out of the bag. So a lot of people will just use a bag one time, throw it away, or steep tea one time, throw it away. Actually, the second steep is usually better. But with that being said, just leaving it in the cup to continuously steep while you're drinking it doesn't really create anything that is tasty. So that's pretty much it about peppermint tea. I like that it's naturally sweet. You don't really need anything for it. If you do, maybe have like a little bit of sugar or something like that. I wouldn't really do honey with it. That's a personal preference. If you like that, you go for it, try it. I will say my top suggestion is if you like peaches, and I absolutely love peaches. Like I like almost peach anything. If you like peaches, put some peppermint with your peaches, like grill them that way. Or if you make a peach tea and peppermint tea, especially like a second steep peppermint with a first steep peach tea, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Like it's so good. And let me know what you think. Now, did this work for you? Did you like it? As always, a special thank you to my patrons on Patreon who helped make this project possible, and see y'all next time.